Good morning. It is day 16, still in LA, Hollywood. We didn't really do a lot yesterday. We just had a mooch around up Sunset Boulevard and Hollywood Boulevard, and had some breakfast. Met a really nice guy called Chris. And then we came back to the hotel, went onto the rooftop bar, had a bit of a dip in the pool for a bit up there, and just sunbathed really, because it was just trying to get over all the travelling and whatnot. Anyway, then we went out, had something to eat in a Cuban restaurant, which was okay. We went to a couple of bars. I met another guy called Chris, actually, an Irish guy. He'd been here for 17 years, and his mate Sean. Thank you, Sean, for subscribing. So, and then we went to a couple of bars. There's some strange characters in this place, some really strange characters. But everyone's really friendly and talks to you. And as soon as they realise you're English, that they'll come and chat all sorts of nonsense to you. A lot of people think we're Australian. I really don't know why, but apparently we sound Australian. Today, then, it is about 9ish. I don't know, what time is it? It's 10:15, fair enough. Getting shaped up, ready to go out. We're going to go exploring today. Going to drive up to the Hollywood sign, or as clear as you can to it. You just think that the Observatory is up there. We're going to go to there, have a look at that, which gives you a good view of the Hollywood sign. Then we're going to go through to Beverley Hills, Rodeo Drive, all that nonsense down there. Then we're going to go through to Santa Monica, where we're going to go to do the end of the Route 66 sign, get a picture taken there. And then we're going to try and head down to Long Beach and have a look at that sort of area, and the Queen Mary's down there. So we're going to have to do all that. So it's probably going to take us all day because of traffic and whatnot, and stopping and being tourists. So that's our plans for today, and then tomorrow we leave for Santa Barbara, so that means going back down to the coast and then on up to the Pacific Coast Highway, which I've just had an email reference that, and it says that there's some problems with the road, but that's near Carmel, which is our stop for the next day. But as I say, we're heading up to San Francisco anyway after that. So there are our plans. We will catch up with you later on today when we probably up at the Observatory and the sign. See you all in a bit. So we've rocked up in Beverly Hills, and literally as soon as you drive into this, start was about half a mile ago. As soon as you drive into this area, it changes massively. This isn't even the posh bit, I don't think. We've just managed to find a bit of park a couple of hours. There's a police station down here, so I'm guessing that's where Beverly Hills cops must be. Now we're going to have a walk around and see what we can find, but it is already very, very expensive looking. There's just expensive cars everywhere and sort of very well dressed, posh looking people. So just to prove we are in Beverly Hills, there is the sign, or one of them. Obviously seeing something going on here. I don't know what's going on, but something's been happening here. Everyone's having their picture taken in front of the sign, of which I'm going to be one of them. Seen a few little statues like this. It's actually metal, but it looks like takeaway packaging. But anyway, we're going there. Rodeo Drive. You work on commission, right? Big mistake. Big mistake. So we are going down there, and it looks like busy, and there's a lot of beepage going on because there's a Range Rover's just nearly reversed into something else. There's fucking Range Rovers everywhere, yeah? There must be a dealer because they can't survive this long, surely. I'll tell you about those cars a bit later. Yeah. So I've just had to tell Graham about the driverless cars because it was going to be a surprise, but there's a thing called, it's called Waymo, and they're all Jags, they're all electronic, well, not electronic, what do you call them? Electric vehicles. And we're going to get one back from the airport when we drop the hire car off, so I've already downloaded the app. Anyway, that'll be when we get to San Francisco. But anyway, we're now on Rodeo Drive, Alexander McQueen. Oh, none of these people have heard of, I would have heard of Ralph Lauren. This is expensive street. I'm expecting to walk into Julia Roberts any moment, or Eddie Murphy. To be fair, it's just a bit like outside Bluewater, with very flash cars parked in the car park. I don't know how long this road is. Bulgari. Oh, I bought someone a pair of sunglasses from Morocco from there.
Just make sure when you call them that you don't eat.
Cartier, they've all got Dorman. Yeah, so there's another one. You can see it in the distance.
Welcome to Beverley Hills. Yeah, beautiful day.
Alright, so that guy on the bike there, homeless guy, even he's really polite and posh. He knew we were from England straight away, was very polite, and told us welcome to Beverley Hills, and then have a good day. He asked for money, we said we haven't got any dollars because we've basically run out. And he went, that's fine, thank you very much, have a good day. You know you're in a posh place when the homeless people are polite. I wonder if that, oh, can't see the front, but on the back of that Range Rover, just have a quick look at it. I wonder if this is Victoria Beckham's car. Spicy G. Spice Girl, don't know. Could be, couldn't it? Or Scary Spice. Some of their window displays are pretty amazing. That camels, cactus, elephant, all made out of like bamboo, I guess, wicker. Life is beautiful, certainly is. Can't think of a better way of spending a Thursday afternoon walking around Beverley Hills and Rodeo Drive. Right, there's Tiffany's, and then we'll have a look up this street here. There's a Breitling shop up here, bought by watch. they pipe music all through a lot of these streets. So when you're walking down them, you're just listening to all the tunes.
That's our best market. No fear in their heart. How you guys doing?
Good. So you have to queue to get into the shops. Look at that. I'm guessing that's not Primark. Oh, that's a freaky picture. I don't know if you can see that, but it's made in 3D. It's all the dawn.
On the Gold Street, I didn't get cold food.
Oh look, you can even get a RAV4. That's not ours. Anyway, that's, you get the idea. Rodeo Drive, full of very posh shops. And lots and lots and lots of tourists. Alright, so that was obviously Rodeo Drive. It's not that long, but I think if you went in all these shops here and bought something in everyone, that you would you'd have a massive credit card bill by the end of getting to the street. So probably why there's only a few shops, and there's not many people in the shops. But like we were just saying, that they probably only need to make one sale a day. I don't know what this is. A big gorilla. Let's have a look. Ah, look. He loves Rodeo Drive. So do we. So there's a house here that everyone seems to be topping and taking pictures of, and the tour bus has just stopped outside it. So whether that's someone rich and famous, I don't know, or if it's just the fact that it's really quirky looking. But we've come into the suburbs. Rodeo Drive is behind us, basically. So we're just going to have a look. Oh, there's a nice old car in there. We're just going to have a look through the suburbs at the posh houses. These aren't, I don't think these are the rich and famous, but they're just rich people's houses. But they are lush. So we'll have a bit of a look through once we get out of these trees. Who lives in a house like this? It's an email from a hotel. What's on it?
Parking space.
Yeah, we have that. We managed to grab a parking space outside the hotel. We've had it for 2 nights for nothing. were slush. Oh, that's a nice little bungalow. That's a bit more normal. Still probably $1 million or more. I really don't know what house prices here are, but I bet they're a lot of money. It's clearly the most expensive area, well, not the most expensive area, but one of the expensive areas in LA. Anyway, you get the gist. Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive equals expensive, but a very nice place to come and visit. Right, we're going to go back to normality a little bit, and we're going to go and find Santa Monica, because we've got to go and find the end of the Route 66 sign. We're going to go and do that, and then I think we're going to go and try and find Long Beach and the Queen Mary. So we'll have a look down there, and then we're heading back in past our hotel up to the Observatory to try and look at the Hollywood sign. Range Rovers literally everywhere. Right, let's go. Just one other thing. Even this, the grass outside on the pavement is immaculately cut. Look at this, look. And watered. Everything here is just like manicured to perfection compared to some of the places we've been through. And where we're staying in Hollywood, it's not as posh as you would think. It's nice, but this is completely different level. So this is Santa Monica. There is obviously the pier in front of us. Obviously the beach is over there. $15 to park in this car park, but you can be here as long as you like, I think. We saw a road traffic collision between a big posh light Chevy thing and a Tesla. They scuffed their fenders. It was quite funny to watch, actually. We're going to go and find the end of the Route 66 sign, which I'm guessing is up there somewhere. And then we are going to, I think Graham's going to dip his feet in the ocean. I might do too. And then we're going to go and find ice cream and sodas. Right, we'll catch up with you when we get back, when we get to the sign, which I don't even know where that is actually. It must be out there somewhere. Right, so there's the sign. So we've done about 2,800 miles to get to this sign. So we better get a bloody picture. So we've just had our obligatory picture taken. There's a lot of people having their photograph taken here. Well, I don't think they've probably done the route, but there you go. We have. So we're going to have a look around. Bubba Grump's just down there. There, in fact. So we're going to have a wander around here, get an ice cream and a drink, and just enjoy the sunshine. So this is the end of our Route 66 tour, or trek, adventure. Now we've got to go up there. So tomorrow we head that way somehow to Santa Barbara, then to Carmel, and then eventually to San Francisco, which is where we will fly home from next Wednesday, and we'll get back into the UK on Thursday because of the time distance. Yeah, it's been emotional. It's been good fun. We've got lost a couple of times, even got lost getting here. Well, not lost, but there's so many lanes. There is literally so many lanes to choose from, and sometimes the two left lanes go left, sometimes the middle lane goes right, sometimes the two right lanes go right, sometimes the lanes don't go left or right, so you never really know what lane to be in. So a lot of people just stay in the middle, which is what I've decided to stick to. It just seems to be probably the best bet. But there's so many people around it that are tourists and well, for the want of a better word, foreigners, that no one seems to know where they're going anyway, and so it doesn't really matter. Bibbing seems to be the norm, so I only got bibbed once, but I was indicating. He just didn't want to let me in, the little bugger. Anyway, off to find ice cream and drinks. Oh, and candy floss maybe, and a souvenir or so. Oh, we got to go to the little what's name shop down there. So we're going to head to the little Route 66 shop down there, and then we'll go get ice cream and drinks. Right, so we've just got our certificates there from Ian at the booth. This is to prove. Let's see the certificates, Gray. Got a magazine and our certificates. So
blow away.
Don't let it blow away. Yeah, certificates. There you go. Got one of those each, and a couple of fridge magnets. So that is officially the end of the tour. Now we've got to go and get the passport book from the car because we forgot that, and to be fair, we forgot it on most of the trip, so it's not, half of it's not stamped anyway. So hopefully we've still got that in the car because it could be in my rucksack, which is in the hotel room. Santa Monica Pier, the Gump Shrimp. Well, that's the Pacific Ocean. There is a lady over there to my right murdering a Top Loader song, of which I have seen Top Loader, and they don't sound like that. So we'll go over here. There's Baywatch, so David Hasselhoff's about somewhere. So I think down there somewhere is Muscle Beach, so obviously we're going there later. Turn off my swans because they're sick. This is the very end of the pier. Oh, they sell margaritas and tacos in there. Very oldie-worldy pier. Right, I'm not going to go any nearer her because she's making a hell of a racket. There's a guy behind us singing much better than she is. Not that I can sing any better, but still. So we just went back to the kiosk, 66 kiosk at the end there. There was no queue, and I wanted to get my passport stamped. So what's going on here? Wanted to get my 66 passport stamp, which, to be honest, well, I think I've only got like one stamp in it anyway because I just completely forgot all about it. I was talking to Ian there, and we got a picture with the original sign from in his kiosk. He was talking about, he was chatting about the sign, that there was no actual sign saying it was to go this way or that way. Anyway, so we had a picture taken there, got a nice selfie of him, and now we're off to Long Beach. Oh, and we bought an ice cream on the beach, ice cream on the pier, which wasn't well. It was expensive, but it wasn't too bad. It was nice. We did buy 2 cans of effectively fizzy drink, like roller cola type thing, almost. $16 odd for 2 cans of fizzy drinks. Just ridiculous prices. Just watch out for prices on that here, because nothing in tourist land America is cheap. Don't know if you can see at the moment, we're going to try and look at the Queen Mary, which is over there, but I don't know if you can see it really.
Use the left 2 lanes to take the exit towards Queen Mary.
So we've come to see another British iconic attraction, the Queen Mary. Now we can't get on it because we're only in the car park for 20 minutes and we haven't booked any things or anything, so, but we thought we'd have a look. Oh, and there's a red telephone box, all very British. Yeah, this is an iconic thing. So it's permanently moored here in Long Beach, but it is a hotel and you can do tours and things on it, but obviously we haven't booked that. And it has taken us an age to get here. But look at that. How close up we can get to it. See if we can get down here. It's a decent view of it because it's got all this walkway down the side which you can't really see a lot of it. But it's like in a permanent dock. I'm not sure if it's encased in concrete. I don't think it is. I think it's actually still in the water as such, but how deep that water actually is, I don't know. Looks like there's a submarine there as well. So there it is, Queen Mary. You can only really see that bit of it. It's a bit of a pain. And there is a submarine there. You see that? A very, very, very rusty Russian submarine. I don't quite know what they're doing with that. That is extremely rusty. That is the Queen Mary. I'll try and have a wander down that way so that I can get a better picture of it. That in the distance, I'm guessing is still Long Beach, posh bit. And this is a Russian submarine. But yeah, that has seen much better days, that thing. That's the ship. We'll go down the stern, see if we can see anything from there, but a lot of it's got like this big walkway thing here, which you can't get a decent picture of the side of it. We tried to get a picture on that bridge we just came over, but can't really do it. Let's see if I can get a better viewpoint. A bit closer, but you can see it's obviously clearly permanently moored here. But I say I don't know whether that's how deep that is, that water, whether it's actually sitting on the bottom, I don't know really. It's obviously held upright with some big fucking things over there. Yeah, that is, I don't know if you can see that because of the sun. One of the lifeboats here, the davits up there, funnels. That's had a few patches on it as well. I don't think I'd be wanting to go any far in that. Mind you, I guess if the ship's sinking you've got no chance, no choice, have you? She looks a bit rusty. I'll get you in there. don't know, you can see it's going rusty out there. Back in England, red telephone boxes. And there we are, the stern. She's a bit rusty in places. There you go. That's about as good a view as you're going to get, because it's just all that walkway in the way. It's weird, isn't it? Something that's quintessentially British, as a ship called the Queen Mary, ends up as a hotel in California. Surely that should be on the Thames somewhere, or in Southampton or something like that. So we're heading up to the Griffith Observatory. That is the view of California, or California, LA. The sign is over there somewhere. We're going to go and find it. A view. Alright, so that is Los Angeles from the Griffith Observatory. That is the observatory over there, which was actually in Rebel Without a Cause, James Dean. And the Hollywood sign is over there, which you won't be able to see on this camera because it's too hazy. So it's just there. That is it. So it's about as close as you can get to it. I think you can get to it a little bit further down, but you can't get properly to it. Our car's right down there somewhere. But that is the view. Los Angeles. Down there. It's a bit hazy. It is like, what time is it? 22:07. So that's it there. We'll have a look up there a bit. There's flipping packs up here. We'll have a look up there a bit more, and that is the view down in the valley. There you go, James Dean. So that is the view from the top. So the sign's over there, but you won't be able to see that because of the hazy sunshine. And this is the view from the top, pretty much. Obviously there's some sort of telescope in there somewhere. And that's just the view that we've just come up. Parking is at a premium. We've had to park right way down the hill over there somewhere. The view is spectacular. So obviously that's facing, again, the signs over there. Alright, so this is the view from the other side of the observatory. Down there, that bit just there, I think that's the bit from Rebel Without a Cause. That is the view. And then you've got, and this is the telescope, the queue getting in, which we are not going to join. But it's pretty amazing. There's obviously another telescope there, I'm assuming. Oh, so go inside, you can go in it behind us there. More views. Okay, so this is what's inside. There's a lot of people. I'm not going to get into a lot of things. So I'm stood in the spot where James Dean stood in Rebel Without a Cause. If anyone's ever seen it, this is where he stood, in this bit here. He was stood there somewhere. Pretty sure that's where he stood, and there was another bloke stood here. Don't know. But anyway, this is the famous spot. However, the other day we were in the Grand Canyon, or overlooking the Grand Canyon, and all we could see for miles and miles and miles, and in Monument Valley as well, was nothing. But all you can see for miles and miles and miles here is buildings. So this just goes to show that in certain areas, in certain countries, it's very, very, very built up, and in other areas, it's not. And it just goes to show how insignificant you are as a human being in one area due to nature, and then because there's nothing that's man-made, and then all of a sudden all of that out there is man-made. For us, literally as far as the eye can see. I know it's hazy, but it's just buildings upon buildings upon buildings, and traffic. And oh my life, the traffic on those highways today, like 6-lane highways, and it was just nose to tail in every single lane. It took an hour and a half to travel 30 miles. But it is, the spectacle of everything is just, it's just fantastic.